Question 1 is usually not that difficult, but you need to be very careful. You need to make sure that you have entered the correct data in your calculator before you calculate the mean, standard deviation, and so on. So let's go ahead and do that. So on my calculator, I'm hitting mode setup, and I hit 2 where it says stat, right? And then I have only single values here, so it's one variable. So I'm going to press option 1, which says one variable, and then let's go. First data point 134, 215, 325, 326, 362, 429, 515, 531, 598, 610, 624, 728, 923, 1034, 1200. Okay, I've entered my data. I press AC, shift 1, and I go to 4, which says variable. So the first question is looking for the mean, that is x bar. So I'm going to press option 2 in my calculator, and x bar should be equals to 570.27 rounded off to 2 decimal places, right? And then 1.2, I'm looking for the standard deviation, so I'm going to press shift 1, 4, and I'm going to press option 3, which gives me the standard deviation in this calculator. So the standard deviation here, it is equals to 291.03. There we go. And then 1.3, calculate how many monthly premiums are within one standard deviation of the minimum. So this data is giving us the monthly premiums, right? And we want to calculate how many are one standard deviation of the mean. So we need to calculate x bar minus standard deviation, right, to find our lowest point. So this is 570.27 minus 291.03. Okay, so let me put that in my calculator. 570.27 minus 291.03. This is 279.24. And then x bar plus standard deviation. So let me change that minus sign to plus. So this is 861.30, right? So we are looking for values that lie outside this range from 279.24 to 861.3. We're looking for data points that lie outside this range. So we're interested in everything that is less than 279.24. So let's look for that. This is less than, right? So 1, this is also less than 279. Okay, I think that's it. And then that which is greater than 861.3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All those numbers are greater than calculate how many monthly premiums are within one standard deviation. Okay, so what we have is outside the standard deviation, not within, right? So how many are outside? We have 1, 2, the first data point, the second data point, because it is less than 279. And then 325 is within, right? And then what else? It's outside. So 861, 923, 1034, and 1200. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are outside of the standard deviation, right? So how many data points are inside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the answer here is 10. There's 10 data points which are within one standard deviation of the mean, right? Not outside, right? I almost messed it up there, but lucky for me, I realized it before it was too late. Okay, there we go. What do we do from here? 1.4. The insurance company decided to increase the monthly premiums. Monthly premiums that were less than 500 increased by 18%, whereas monthly premiums that were equal to or more than 500 increased by K%. After these increases were applied to the above data, the new monthly premium was 686. The new mean monthly premium was 686.44. Calculate the value of K. Okay, so there's been some changes, and then the value of K changes. Not the value of K, the mean changes. So let's break down our equation. So we're told that the premiums which are less than 5,000 increased by 18%. Or 500, not 5,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. No, we don't have to go to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 increased by 18%. And then everything else increased by K%. So we're supposed to calculate the value of K. So how can we do that? We know that X bar is equals to the data, right? The values and so on. And then we divide everything by n, the number of data points. So how can we then calculate the value of K? So let's just do this manually. Maybe there's another way of doing it, but let's just go ahead and do it manually. Okay. So our new X bar, 686. So we have 686.44. This is our new X bar. And this is equals to. So let's focus on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first. Let's focus on those first 6 data points. They all increased by 18%, right? So it means that we're gonna have, let me show you something here. We're gonna have 134 multiplied by 1.18, right? Plus 215 multiplied by 1.18. Why am I multiplying by 1.18? Because multiplying by 1.18 is the 18% increase, right? Okay, we're on the same page there. And then the other values, which says they increase by K%, we are gonna say 515 multiplied by 1 plus K over 100. Right, that is the increase by K%. And then we're gonna go to 531 and do the same thing. If you like this video, you will definitely love my course. Go ahead and click the link on my bio and you will land on this page. You will not only find the past exam questions, but introduction videos where I break down complex concepts into small pieces that are easy to digest. It is very important in grade 12 to stay ahead of your teacher, and this is what this course is for. It's very easy to navigate through the course as videos are arranged into collections. You can clearly see that we have electrostatics, work energy and power, Doppler effect, so on and so on. Do you maybe need help with study tips and creating your own timetable? We can talk about that inside the course and I can help you out. It doesn't even take a minute to join. Can't wait to hear from you. So what I want you to realize is that we can take 1.18 as a common factor there and take 1.18 as a common factor, not 1.18 but this bracket 1 plus K over 100 as a common factor as well. So what we are going to do instead, we're going to add those 5 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those 6 which are less than 500. So we have 134, 215, 325, 326, 362, 429. They give me 1791, right? And then we multiply that by 1.18. Okay, and then plus, now we're gonna add all those other values: 515, 531, 598, 610, 624, 728, 923, 1034, 1200. Right, I'm getting 6,763. And then we are multiplying that bracket by 1 plus k over 100. There we go. And then we divide everything by n, which is 15. Okay, so let's work that out. Let me just erase this. Right, so we're gonna have 686.44 being equals to, so I'm going to multiply those two. 1791 multiplied by 1.18. This is 2103.38 plus 6,763, right? I'm multiplying, and then plus 6,763k over 100. Okay, and then we are dividing by everything by 15. Obviously we can cross multiply, right? So we're gonna have 686.44 multiplied by 15, which is 10,296.6 being equals to, so we have 2,113.38 plus 6,763. This is 8,876.38 plus, so 6,783 divided by 100 is 67.83k. Right, so k will be equals to 10,296.6 minus 8,876.38, everything divided by 67.83. So k is equals to, okay, 10296.6 minus 8876.38, everything divided by 67.83. Oh, I forgot to divide. 10296.6 minus 8876.38 divided by 67.83. I'm getting 20.94. 20.94. So calculate the value of k. K is 20.94. So that is the percentage increase. Obviously, because of rounding off and so on, the answer, you can get an answer that is slightly less or an answer that is slightly more, but it must be along those lines. Which question do you want me to do next? Let me know in the comments.